Hi there, and welcome to Walk the Bandana Man. Today we're going to climb Albellons. The Albellons sits like a garden above Caimari, with the village nestled in between its feet. It's not a particularly high mountain, about 690 metres, and it should take you about an hour and 3/4 to 2 hours, depending on where you start. It has a couple of areas with a steepish gradient, but that only lasts a minute or two at a time. And when you get to the top, you'll see that's all been worthwhile. So, let's get out there.
The public car park in Caimari is quite easy to find. On entering Caimari from Selva, you will see the road junction with a cafe and this sign. You take this road. After 100 metres or so after entering the road, the church bell tower will appear. On your left, you will see the village square, and on the church wall is the sign for parking. You turn right here. The car park has room for about 60 cars, but it will get pretty busy on weekends, particularly Sundays.
So, to climb the peak Albellons, which overlooks Caimari, this is the car park that we would usually park to go start the climb, and it's the viewpoint on the first hairpin bend above Caimari. "15 minutes after leaving the viewpoint car park, or 30 minutes if you started in Caimari, you'll come across this road. It's about 9:30 at the moment, so it's not too busy, but give it another hour and it'll be extremely busy. Anyway, we cross the road, and if you go left, that's the track up to Duke Monastery. We want to go right diagonally to a fence which will have a stile going over it. So, within seconds of entering into the estate, we come across our first obstacle, this fallen tree or fallen branch of the tree. Doesn't look too difficult, so let's give it a go. So, we're on this Land Rover track at the moment, and we're probably on this, and it will gradually get steeper for the next 20 minutes. Okay, the track is getting a bit steeper. It is warming up slightly, and I'm too warm to walk in this anymore, so I'm going to have to downgrade the thermal quality of my clothes. If you have a set of sticks, I suggest you probably might want to bring them along. Ideal on this sort of terrain. We just keep going up the track, and it's pretty relentless for the first 15 minutes. After about 10 minutes from leaving the stile, coming up the track, you'll come across this on your right hand side. It's remains, I think, of an old lime kiln. You'll see quite a few of these if you're walking through the woods in the Tramontana. After about 18 minutes, we come to a second hairpin in the track with the tree fallen over. From that last hairpin bend, the track has turned into a footpath, which I've been walking along probably for the last couple of minutes. So after about 20 minutes from the stile, you've probably reached this point, and the path now starts to zigzag up through these trees, up this slope, to the skyline there, which is the col. And you'll know it when you're there because it'll be a stone wall. So here, the path is getting a little bit steeper, and as it's an earthen base with a load of stones rolling around, I think sticks would be a good call for this one. Just a couple of minutes from the col. So here we are. We've reached the col. As I said, this stone wall. About 15 minutes or so after starting that slope. Up to our left, right up there, is Nespla. I don't think there is a actual track up Nespla. I've been up it, but I've been going through fallen branches and through undergrowth and that to try and get to it. From this col, we're following the wall up to the right, up there. A couple of minutes after leaving the col, the path comes into this little rocky section, but it's not difficult. It's still a well-defined path. Three or 4 minutes from the col, we'll come to this fence. Just need to go up and round the corner. In the fence, you'll come across this little rocky summit here. This is not Albellons. It can be mistaken for Albellons because in the vicinity there is nothing higher. In fact, where we want to go, the ground drops off a bit. But Albellons is over that way about another 15 minutes, and Albellons will have a trig point on it. So if you come to a summit without a trig point, it's not Albellons. You need to descend for a little while now just to cross the head of this old stream valley here over to the crags that you can see over the other side. I think it's just a case of just looking around and see if you can pick up the easiest way down. There are 2 or 3 routes, but there might be a varying difficulty. So one final push up this grassy section and we should be at the top. Probably 2 or 3 minutes. And as I said, after about 3 minutes coming up that grassy slope, the trig point should come into view. And here we are at the summit of Albellons, the guardian Caimari. On the summit here, we really have got some beautiful views. I'll try and take you around a few and name a couple of mountains for you, so you understand the perspective of what I'm seeing here. So, here we have Selva, Inca. In the very distant is the holy mountain of Randa, and panning across left across the central plain there is the little hill of Santa Magdalena. Through the trees is the Puig Tomir, another 1,000 plus meter mountain. Right in the distance, over the top of those pine trees, you can see the summits of the Tossal Verde. And from the Tossal Verde, we pan right, comes into view the Massanea. Just in front of it is Da Ali. Right in the distance is Galilu. And the triangular rock there above the trees is Esgrau. And the one leading off on the ridge is Caragola. So after spending a while absorbing the beautiful views that you get from here, it's time for me to go back down. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you at the bottom.
I would consider Albellons as very much a locals mountain, with most of its walkers on the weekends. As you have seen, from the summit there are some wonderful views of the surrounding mountains. The descent back to the viewpoint car park should take about 40 minutes, and another 10 minutes if you parked in Caimari. If you get a chance to climb it, I think you'll enjoy it. So, I hope to see you on another walk in the near future.